Yo, what's up everybody? It's your host, MA, coming at you Sunday, September 6th, another episode of Heat Vlog Spot. Unfortunately, today the Heat did not get the job done against the Bucks. We were up 3-0, everything was going our way. Giannis gets hurt early in the game, but unfortunately, just didn't have enough. Whatever the case may be, we'll get into it. We'll recap the game. The Heat are still up 3-1. You have another chance on Tuesday. Ooh. Alright, guys. As always, real quick, whatever you're listening on, whatever you're watching on, whatever you're viewing, please do me a favor. Share, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. Now, yes, today the Heat did lose 118-115 against the Bucks. And it's disappointing. It feels shitty. You know, I wanted to come out with this episode a lot earlier, like a little earlier than this, but I was drinking a lot during the game, and I did not want to sound like a drunken mess in this episode, so I allowed myself some time to ponder, drink some water, get better, and here we are. So, and this game, man, I mean, early on, I thought definitely early when the game started, you think, we got this in the bag. Like, there's no way we're going to lose this game. This is before Giannis even gets out of the game. You're already feeling that the Heat are gonna win. Easy. You know, we're the better team. We get the better players right now, better supporting cast. Their players aren't doing much anyways. And their coach doesn't do much anyways. So what's stopping us? What stopped us was ourselves, and somehow the Bucks pull it off. You know, they get a lot of confidence once Giannis leaves. I think Giannis leaving the game opened up a whole lot of space for them. Allowed a lot of their players that are more skillful in isolations to allow themselves to actually be good for once, because now Giannis is not a threat at shooting. So if somebody else on that team has the ball, when Giannis is on the court, whoever's guarding Giannis for the Heat is going to sag off Giannis, because we're not worried about him shooting. We'll let him shoot every time he wants. So that allows us to stop their players a lot easier. But today, without Giannis, because he's hurt, they just fucking go off. Bledsoe has a game. Chris Middleton has a game. You know, everyone just contributes, and we just weren't ready for it. I think Spo didn't counter it. Honestly, unfortunately, Spo didn't counter as well as I thought he was going to counter it as. I thought for a second there, going zone against this team would have helped tremendously in the fourth. You know, throw something new at them, make them react, make them adjust, and see how badly they really want this win. It just didn't happen, unfortunately, you know. And it sucks because Bam had a game. Like, what a game Bam had. Bam was just an all-star today. All-star, superstar. He was shooting confident shooting bunnies, shooting strong mid-range shots, shooting strong hooks, like nice touch, like nice floaters. I mean, that's what I've been expecting. That's what I've been waiting for. And Bam's starting to show it in the playoffs. Man, it just sucks. Because if anything, Bam to me was the only player next to Tyler Hero that really wanted to win this game. For some reason, Kelly Olynyk too. Kelly Olynyk was playing hard. Every time he came in the game, he was playing hard. He even had a nice block. I was impressed. But those three players, especially Bam, damn, like, they wanted to win. They definitely wanted it. They did not want to lose, and it's disappointing. It sucks. It sucks because it would have been a hell of a day to end it, you know. Damn. And I'll talk about the game a little bit. I'll recap it. And I think it's going to be a little bit similar to what I did last episode. I'm not going to go really that in and describe every quarter as I usually do. You know, going in first quarter, same starting five. Bam's already dominating. Bam was all over the court in the first quarter. And early on, we were up 10-2 at one point starting off. Giannis was the only one scoring. Like it seemed like Giannis was the only thing they had going, because the only way they were scoring is if Giannis scored, because Giannis had like 19 points before he left, and he left in second quarter, so that says a lot. And I was just like, damn, like, the Bucks players looked scared. Like they looked scared there for a second. Like they looked like they didn't know what they were gonna do, and they were just kind of waiting for this game to be over. And honestly, I think they were just waiting for the Heat to take it. Like Giannis was not giving up. Every other player gave up on that Bucks team, and nobody in the Heat took it. And the night that Dragic or Jimmy Butler, this game was screaming at them, calling them to take over the game. Like, hey, it's your time. Get the ball and do what you got to do. But for some reason, we went passive. We had 17 3-pointers today. 17 3-pointers. So that was, and we had 18 the last game, which that's the Heat record. We almost tied our record again. So we played a pretty decent game. We just allowed the Bucks to play better than us for some reason on a day that Giannis gets hurt in the second quarter early on, and everything was going our way. We just let this Bucks team outplay us, out-want it, out-hustle us. I don't know why. I just don't get why it happened. And I get upset because, this was an opportunity to build habits for the harder games. The games that are coming up. The next teams we play after this are just going to get better. They're going to be better teams. They're going to be more prepared, have better coaches. And I think these opportunities, these moments in series is when you got to prevail and adjust and win, because that builds habits. It builds confidence. It builds rest. You know how much rest we'll be having right now if we were talking about a W? The Celtics and the Toronto Raptors tied their series. That's going at least 2 more games. I mean, that's at least 6 days of rest. 6 days that all of our players could be well rested for the next one. And we just laid an egg, I think. Honestly, we laid an egg, and we allowed Chris Middleton to beat us. Like, oh my God. Like, and he did the same. And if you watch that replay again, if you think about what he did, he does the same move over and over again. 1-2 dribble, cross, between his legs, cross, pop. Or he'll take it in and try to get a foul and do a floater or something. So frustrating. And it was just like, and the day that, and Crowder, this is something else that pissed me off. Why was Crowder guarding Chris Middleton? I thought Jimmy Butler should have guarded Chris Middleton from the get-go, and Crowder should have guarded Bledsoe. I think the size of Crowder would have, because Crowder's bigger than Jimmy Butler, would have bothered Bledsoe more, and Jimmy, being the instinctful, defender he is, because Crowder's a great defender, but he's fundamentally great. Jimmy is an instinct defender where he just knows and has this sense of defense, this sixth spider sense of how to do things and how to manipulate the offensive player. And that's what we needed tonight against Chris Middleton. We needed his type of defending. So I don't know why Spo didn't call this, or why no one saw it, or why Jimmy didn't take the assignment himself. I just thought that was what we needed. We needed Jimmy to just shut down Chris Middleton. Crowder would have done a great job against Bledsoe. Everyone else was doing a good job. Even Duncan Robinson, who had a great game. That's another thing that sucks, that Duncan Robinson had a great game, a great comeback game. He's been struggling so far this whole time. And today he worked for every shot he got. Most of the shots, he worked hard to get those shots, and he scored. And just doing all his different types of threes, step backs, catch, dribble in, whatever. It was all nice. Damn it. It was great. It was going well. Oh my God. And on a night that this game went to overtime, this night was screaming at us to win the game. It was screaming at our players, take over, someone take over. We got lucky. We got so lucky we didn't lose in regulation. I mean, luckily their second-year player, DiVincenzo, is the one that gets fouled, so he misses the free throw. like it's just so frustrating. Like we were right there. We were right there, you know? There's a lot of things to learn from this game. And the first thing is we got to remember Chris Middleton is an all-star. We got to remember that. And we got to respect it. And when we have an opportunity to put our best defender on their best player at the time on the court to finish this series out, we just got to take advantage of it. So hopefully, we don't know yet if Giannis is going to play the next game. Who knows? Maybe Giannis does play, and if he does play, like, this is the NBA. This bubble's quick. We don't have days to prepare. We have 1 day to rest and prepare, and then the next game goes. Tuesday, 6:30 is our next game. This whole series could swing in a heartbeat. Look at the Nuggets versus the Jazz series. Everyone thought the Jazz were going to win 3-1. In a blink of an eye, 6 days? Guess who won? The Nuggets. Easy. But this is a different series. This is why, yes, we should be a little calm. Like, hey man, it's only 3-1, right? Yeah, we're up. We only need 1 game out of the next 3 games to win. But if you're the Milwaukee Bucks and you keep winning, that's just gonna fuel the fire in them, and that's gonna be hard to take away from them. We had a beaten down team, and they were waiting for us this whole game. They were screaming at us. They're just giving it to us, like, hey, beat us, just take it, just win now real quick. Keep hitting all your shots. Don't allow us to do anything, and this game is yours. Easy. We just didn't do that. We didn't come out today, and that's all I can say. I just want to scream really louder than that, but I can't because neighbors and stuff. But man, if I can scream louder, I would. It just sucks. And it just had the writing on the wall of one of those great moments can happen. Like, it could have been a great overtime. Yeah, we suck and we weren't playing that well. We had a bad fourth quarter, but we got lucky. We get out. Tyler Hero saves us in the end of the fourth. Even in overtime, he saves us. And then we can't prevail. And that's another thing. Tyler Hero, I thought Tyler Hero was going to save the game for us at a moment here. I was like, oh man, Tyler Hero is about to save this whole series right now. He didn't, but I tell you another thing, this whole game taught me Tyler Hero is untouchable. That kid has a clutch gene, 3-pointers. This kid is good, man. There's a lot of talk right now about Giannis, possibly coming to Miami. Maybe gets traded. Jay Williams is saying, Jay Williams on ESPN is saying that it's a done deal. Like, he's going to be wearing a Miami Heat jersey. And that takes a trade. The only logical trade in my head is maybe you have to let go of Bam. If you don't let it go of Bam, you're letting go of Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, KO, and I don't know, DJ's gonna be a free agent. I mean, you're gonna have to give something else, and probably probably a couple picks, like a couple of first rounders for sure. If you're not gonna give up Bam. If you give up Bam, you don't give up any first rounders. But that's a lot of our firepower, and you're just making the Bucks a whole lot better. Think about how Bam, surrounded by even more shooters, the same great shooters he has in Miami, times what they have right now at the Bucks. That's scary. That's and then us, we'll just have Iggy, Jimmy, and Giannis. We need those shooters. It's not the smartest thing to do. So this thing about that, guys, I know a lot of people are getting hyped about it too, and a lot of people want that to happen. But I think the only way Giannis works is if we have Bam, and we need shooters, and we need the shooters we have now. So I wouldn't do it. Even if they called and say they want to do it, it's tough. I'll just wait it out. Say, if you really want to come, just decline your player option and do it the right way. And that's it. Because That's a tough call. Bam. I think right now, if we get to the finals, if the Heat get to the finals, we're changing the NBA. Every team will start to find the next Bam Adebayo. Every team will try to build a culture as well as they can, and try to find a team that can find an identity and build around it. Like, that's what they're gonna try to do, because we just proved that we don't. Yeah, we can go. We it's not just getting the superstars. It's about the whole picture, about the whole organization, about how everything is built, how and why these pieces are built together and put together, And I guess right now I'm just trying to make us feel better about losing and like whatever. It's like, we lost, but here it is. We're still a great organization. That's we're still getting all this praise, and we're getting people are now saying that Giannis is coming to Miami. Well, it's great and all, but I don't know, for the team we have constructed right now, I just think we can do better than Giannis to add to our team. Like, I don't know if Giannis is to maximize us the most out of any of the players we could potentially get to add to our team. Just don't. I can see Bradley Beal being more effective in our team. I think that would be a better choice. Or someone like that, Kawhi Leonard, people like that. I guess that's MVP, but but Giannis is MVP, so who gives a fuck? We're talking about MVPs. Why not talk about all the MVPs we could probably get? So fuck it. But man, like it was crazy. That's pretty much the whole game. Like, there was just opportunities. We kept the game close. For some reason, we just couldn't break away. There was moments where we thought we were going to break away. There was a moment Dragic took over a little bit, especially in the fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure it was the fourth quarter. I don't know. I don't even want to tell you guys stats, because the stats aren't bad. Like, everything is not bad. Like, this is a good game. Like, this was a fair game. There were not a lot of bad calls. They were I just thought, everything was okay. We played very well. We shot very well from this free throw line. Like, usually I'm fucking pissed about our free throw shooting, and no, we shot 90% from the free throw line, 36% from the 3-point line. We hit 17 threes. We hit 44% of our shots. We had 41 rebounds. I guess the big thing is they got 46 rebounds, and 9 of those were offensive. 6 of ours were offensive. So it just shows you they wanted it more. We had 15 turnovers. They had 12 turnovers. They played harder. They made us commit more turnovers, and it wasn't even in. For some reason, like, yes, we're team basketball, right? And Jimmy says this, and we're a great 3-point shooting team. Yes, we're a great 3-point shooting team, but it doesn't mean that all those things call for that the whole time of the game. Like, there are certain moments of this game where you say, this is what has to happen. Like, Jimmy has proven this. He did it in the first game. He did it in game 1 of the series, and he did it in the Indy series a couple times, where he just takes over the moment and wills us, like, and gets us and that's another thing. We didn't get to the free throw line. Yeah, we shot great from the free throw line, but like in the key crucial moments, like those last couple minutes in regulation and all of overtime, that's when we have to fight our way to the line, control the pace of the game, get those easy buckets, get some confidence going in us. Like, hey, get some easy ones going. Like, hey, the ball's going in for us. We're building a score, we're building a lead. Let's go. We couldn't do that. And like, it's frustrating, And when I mean take over, like, they don't have to take over and score every point. They need to take over and control the game and control the offense and get everything going. But no one did that. Everyone was being complacent. And that's what pisses me off. Like, all Jimmy, what he's been saying, we're not complacent. We're not satisfied yet. Blah 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 blah. But we played like that. We played like we were satisfied. But they, what? This is why you build a 3-0 lead, right? This is why you build a 3-0 series lead. So if you lay an egg, you still have tomorrow to fight. And that's luckily what we have. We still have Tuesday to get the job done. And I think we need to get it done. I don't think it's an maybe what should we do? No, we finish this on Tuesday. That's it. No ands, if, or buts. We need to finish it on Tuesday, because if this team wins, if the Bucks win on Tuesday and get it, and we're only up 3-2, that's a lot of confidence. Now it becomes to them an easy flow game. This is go out there and play our best basketball, have fun with it, and see what happens. And that's a team that's scary to play. Look, the Nuggets, that's how they played, and Jokic said it a bunch of times. That's the reason they won. They were just playing freely. They stopped caring about the pressure, and they just went out there and balled. And it's the bubble. Like, they have less time to think about the stuff that's going on, and they just go out there and then so they just go out there and ball. They just set their mind to ball, focus on that, and they do it. And that's what we don't want. You don't want that to happen with this Bucks team. Again, they still had all the stats to say they were number one in defense, number one in offense, the so fast team. They scored the most points. Like, we still got to respect the team. So hopefully we learn from this, and we take care of business, no matter if Giannis is playing or not. If Giannis is not playing, we better take care of business. Like, we better come out that Game 5 on Tuesday like hot fire, like just being bullies. Just take the ball, do whatever we need, and hit everything. And another thing sucks is that Jay Crowder had a great game. Like, he was a baller too this game. Like, that's another thing. It was Crowder, Duncan, Bam, and Tyler Hero. Those four guys played really hard every minute. Like, every minute they were on the court, they played hard, and they wanted to win. And KO. Maybe that was the lineup we should have played with or something. Bam, KO, Hero, Duncan. Yeah, that's my scream. That's my indoor scream. Yeah. Here are the stats, though, for our team. Jimmy had 17. Crowder had 18. 18 points, all off three-pointers. That's 5 three-pointers. Bam had 26 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, almost a triple-double. You hate to see that kind of production go to waste. I mean, the guy was doing everything, and it went to waste, unfortunately. Duncan, 20 points. When's the last time we've seen Duncan in double digits, let alone 20 points? He had a great game. Dragic, 17 points. Consistent. Can't get on him too much because he's consistent, at least. Tyler, 11 points. But those 11 points came in crucial times. Crucial three-pointers. Timely shots when we needed it to keep us alive and give us a little bit of injection to see, hey, maybe we can do this. That was Tyler Hero. But we just couldn't get it done. And really, if you look at the Bucks stats, it's just Middleton. And then timely shots from everybody else. Middleton was their engine. He was hitting everything. And then when he couldn't hit anything, whatever other player in the Bucks had the ball, they would score. So we weren't stopping people. Our defense wasn't stopping. This is the first time we let the Bucks get 118 points, close to their total. We let the Bucks play their game. We let the Bucks play their game. You can't do that. That's what we gotta respect the team. Giannis or no Giannis, you gotta respect the team. You gotta respect the whole thing. And you know what? They went with the 3-guard lineup, and I think the 3-guard lineup messed us up. And I think Spo will figure it out. Spo will find a lineup to challenge it. But I'm hoping that Jimmy, if Giannis does not play, Jimmy takes the challenge, guards Chris Middleton all game, or most of it. We put Crowder on Bledsoe. We put Bam on Brook Lopez still. And we let this thing play out. We see what happens, because I think we give us a better chance to win the game. I think that will really bother them, and I think that would lead to more bigger defensive to offensive plays for us in critical times. Hopefully. Trying to think of anything else I'd like to share with you guys, but I mean, honestly, no. I mean, it was just a game that we just, if you want to watch it, watch it. I think if you want to watch a Crowder have a great game, if you want to see Duncan Robinson have a great game, if you want to see Bam have a great game, go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. But If you saw it, then like, it just wasn't our finest moment. It wasn't our finest game defensively. Offensively, great game. Offensively, I mean, we scored enough points to win the game. We just didn't play defense. We just didn't want it enough. And, just a lot of good performances that go to waste, unfortunately. But whatever. That's the game. Game 4, over. You know what? We still got a knife in the deer. I think. No, we're gonna get motivated. That's it. We're gonna get motivated. We're gonna fix this. Fuck this, right? We're gonna fucking fix this. We're gonna get it. We're gonna right the ship. Spo's gonna make the lineup changes. He's gonna make sure our offense is clicking at all times. Making sure we throw them every defensive scheme in the book, so they scream and go back to mommy, and let their kids scream at them in the ride home. Because that's another thing that pisses me off. I can hear all their kids screaming on the side with all their wives and shit. Like, what the fuck? Make them shut the fuck up while we're playing. And let's do this. Let's send them fucking home. Let's do this. Game 5, Tuesday, 6:30. TNT. Beat the Bucks. 4-1. Calling it now. Alright, guys. Once again, whatever you're listening on, appreciate it. All you do is subscribe, like, comment, share, follow, all those good things. This is your host, M.A., saying good night.